Recently, the FBI has released warnings about two-factor authentication bypasses. And if you're wondering what that is or how it could affect you, stick around. I want to talk to you a little bit about what it is, what it isn't, why it's important, and what you can do to be a little bit more safe online. If this interests you and you want more content on how to be safe online, if you're struggling with that, leave a comment if you're watching this on YouTube, or if you're here live on Twitch. Leave it something in the chat, and I'm happy to help. I'm not a big security professional. I deal a lot with it at companies I work with, but I wanted to talk about this because it's hot on the news right now. So some of you might have seen, released by Forbes, this FBI warning issued as two-factor authentication bypass attacks surge. And you can go through and you can read what the FBI is releasing right now on it. As you can read through these things, the FBI has a lot of information on this. So you can just go to the FBI's website and go to their cybercrime, and they themselves have a lot of information on the topic that Forbes is covering. Now, what I wanted to cover is what it is and what it isn't right now. So what this is that there's a lot of ways of doing, I didn't use there, but I just repeated the same word. I'm trying to remove and just saying more words, which is worse, but I don't know. Anyways, moving on. I apologize. I'm not very good at these right now. So what this is this is specifically attacks that are targeting the two-factor authentication of SMS. You've all been there where your bank says, we'll send you a code via text, and you'll use that code to finish the multi-factor authentication. And the fact of the matter is, text messages aren't very secure at all. And that's the big leading cause in these surges. The group behind the most multi-factor authentication bypass is a group called Scattered Spider. You can read about Scattered Spider here if you'd like to see more about Scattered Spider. Halcyon did a really good write-up here on Scattered Spider, what they're doing and how they're doing it. Now, again, these attacks that Scattered Spider are doing are specifically affecting the SMS. So let's talk about that a little bit. What is multi-factor authentication, you might ask? Well, we all know the authentication where you have a username and password, and you type these into a website, and this authenticates you as this user, right? This isn't super secure because this has a lot of problems because it relies on this secret password, this one secret that you shared with them that you now both know. Now, us as humans have one fatal flaw, and we're bad at memorizing things. And a lot of the times, these passwords can be socially engineered, they can be hacked, they can be found, they can be dumpster dived. If you haven't watched the movie Hackers, now is the time to stop, watch Hackers. Now, why this is a big deal is because you bank online, you do a lot of stuff on, you pay your taxes online. It's a really big deal, and it's really important that you take this super serious. So what people came out with in the security industry was multi-factor authentication. And where this is, you type your username and password in, and that was okay. And now the website that you're logging into, this might be your bank. And what's happening here with this bank's website is they're going to say, okay, your username and password matched, but we really want to make sure that it's you. And so they're going to make you authenticate using a different way. Now, one of those ways is they will send you an SMS. This is one of the ways that they have a multi-factor. So what happens is they send you an SMS, and then it has a code in it that you have to put into the website, and that code has to match. This SMS has a certain amount of time frame. Unfortunately, those time frames are usually very large. I've seen some that are even as long as 24 hours, which is terrifying. And there's a lot of ways to get somebody's SMS, whether you steal their SIM card or clone their SIM card. There's a lot of ways to actually access your target's SMS. This is why at work, I don't use SMS as a multi-factor authentication. Now, another way, and this is the way that is being targeted right now. This is the way that Scattered Spider is leveraging to steal your bank account information as well as other stuff. Now, there's other ways that you can do it, including device. These are much more secure. This can be anything from your Android phone device, or there's another way that's pretty easy, which I would recommend if you don't have any money to do something a little bit better. Another really good way is the Authy app. If you have an Android or iOS, there's a Authy app that you can leverage, and this is a app multi-factor authentication, and it's really, really good for your basic individuals, and it's pretty hard to intercept. So these are kind of some of the standard ways. This, if you're asking for a recommendation, I'm not paid by them. They're not sponsoring me, but a really good brand that you could trust is YubiKeys. So you can go out and get a YubiKey, and that's a device. But if you take anything from this, stop using SMS. No matter what it is, wherever it is, stop using SMS as your multi-factor authentication. It's not secure. It's not great. Assume the NSA, FBI, as well as Scattered Spider have access to your SMS messages. Start using either a device or at least the Authy application. And that's really it. That's what these people are talking about. That's what the whole news is about. If you read into it, these are the bypass attacks that are happening, and I want you to stay safe on the web. Thanks. Let me know if this helped you. Let me know if you need any more help with this. I can make a video on how to set up multi-factor authentications, the things to be aware of, the things to protect your account. I'm happy to do it.